A family in Georgia claimed to have passed down a song in an unknown language from the time of their enslavement. Scientists identified the song as a genuine West African funeral song in the Mende language that had survived multiple transmissions from mother to daughter over multiple centuries. Magnus Carlsen intentionally plays non-book inaccuracies during opening, moves he knows aren't the best, in order to force the game into a non-book position, so his opponents will have to think for themselves instead of going by memorized opening theory. Highway hypnosis, also known as white line fever, is an altered mental state in which a person can drive a car, truck, or other automobile great distances, responding to external events in the expected, safe, and correct manner with no recollection of having consciously done so. The town of Boring, Oregon, US, established relationship with village of Dull, Scotland, UK, in 2012. The following year they were joined with the Shire of Bland, New South Wales, all to form the League of Extraordinary Communities. Sublime's debut album 40 Years to Freedom was recorded in secrecy at the studios in California State University. The lead singer Bradley Nowell recalled how they would sneak in after closing time, stay there till 5:0 a.m., hide from security, and manage to get $30 of studio time for free. The Jim twins, separated at birth and reunited at 39, both had married and divorced someone named Linda, were currently married to a Betty, had sons named James Allen, had dogs named Joy, drove the same car, had jobs in security, and regularly vacationed at the same beach in Florida. Birth rates in the U.S. have dropped more than 20 since 2007. When Zlatan Ibrahimovic signed for Emil's club La Galaxy, LeBron James sent him one of his Lakers jerseys as a welcome to La gift. Zlatan's response was to sign it and send it back. The last writer's strike in 2008 led the first season of Breaking Bad to be 2 episodes shorter and kept Hank Schrader, Dean Norris, alive. He was originally planned to be killed off first season. The deepest scuba dive of all time was 1090 feet, set by Ahmed Gaber in 2014. It took him nearly a decade to properly prepare for the dive. While the descent took only 15 minutes, the ascent back to the surface took over 13 hours. The invention of bicycles was fundamental to the early women's liberation movement. Bicycles promised freedom to women long accustomed to relying on men for transportation. It was also the main reason corsets and long skirts fell out of fashion in the early 20th century. When Captain Francesco Schettino was asked why he abandoned the sinking Costa Concordia cruise ship in 2012 while the ship's passengers were either dying or trying to escape, his excuse was that he accidentally fell into a lifeboat. He received 16 years in prison for his role in the incident. Geoffrey Hudson, in the court of King Charles I of England, who was only 18 inches tall, he challenged a normal height man to a duel with pistols over an insult. His opponent came to the duel armed with a water squirt gun. Hudson shot him in the head with a real gun, killing him. Sharks don't make sounds. Across 500 species, no one has ever found an organ even capable of producing sound. Many animals spend much of their time doing nothing, even those we think of as particularly busy. If you look at a colony of ants or bees or any social insect, really, maybe a little bit less than half of them are just standing around doing what looks like nothing. The cookies that Cookie Monster eats are just painted rice cakes. Real cookies would damage the puppet because of the grease. 3 years after winning gold at the 2004 Olympics, wrestler Rulon Gardner and 2 friends' plane crashed into Lake Powell, Utah. The 3 men swam an hour to the shore through 44 degree water to the shore and waited all night without shelter for rescue. All 3 men survived. One bad apple in a bunch will release ethylene, ruining all the other apples. Unlike most animals, African wild dogs follow an age-based food-sharing system where pups are given immediate access to kills, making older dogs wait before they can eat. In 2018, the 120-resident village of Aquetico in Italy installed speed cameras after being fed up with people speeding through it. In next 2 weeks, it recorded 58,500 speeding infractions.